I talk about like so many different things, and I'm always open to like talking about new things and different, like just new and different things that I haven't spoken about yet. Um, I'm Yara, and I study psychology. So I'm studying for a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, and I am a third year. So I'm just about to graduate.
Okay, would you like to say your hometown?
So I'm actually from Germany, from Dusseldorf, but at the moment I'm living in Egham because that's where the uni is.
So would that make you an international student?
Yeah, it makes me like an EU student. So obviously I'm from Germany,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay, so what is Yara the Plant Bay?
It's my YouTube channel, and it's basically about like veganism, vegan beauty products, some uni stuff, some stuff about my boarding school. It's just like all over the place.
That's
it
all right.
just it talks about a lot of different things, but mainly centered around like uni life and veganism and how you incorporate that into your day-to-day life.
Okay, so could you remind us of your course and the university you're in? Currently
So
studying at.
yeah,
Sorry.
I'm at Holloway University, and I study for a Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
And why did you choose your course?
Um, I'm just really interested in like understanding human beings, understanding human behavior, and why humans do what they do. And I also really interested in biology, so that just fits really well.
And you finished your course now, like you said, so you're in your final year. So what
Yeah.
have you thought of your course in the last 3 years?
Um,
Good, bad, all
yeah,
right?
I don't yeah, it's not really what I expected it to be. I really like the biology heavy parts of it, but there were just some parts that I didn't know existed and I didn't really like them. So I wasn't as much a fan of like cognitive psychology, but I really liked stuff like adult
Could
psychology.
you just briefly explain, like a 10-second, 20-second of what those are, what type of psychologies they are for?
So if you talk about cognitive psychology, it's about like the way people think and like schemas that they develop. Then biopsychology, it's just about like the neurological like underlinings of how your brain works and why that might result in difficulties in your mental health. And then just adult psychology is about stuff like depression, schizophrenia, like those kind of things. And I thought that was really interesting.
Okay, so you said you came from Germany to the UK. So
Yeah.
in Germany, how does the system before university work?
So you have primary school and then you go there are different types of secondary school, so depending on how good you are you get into a certain, it's like grammar school but it's a bit different, but like grammar school type of thing is like the best. And if you do that then you can go to university after that. So in the UK I think you have 13 years, and you only have 12 years of school. And you don't have A levels. You have something that's similar to the IB. So you have to do like a lot more subjects until the end, and you're not allowed to like narrow down to only four subjects like they do here with A levels.
Okay, so if you had to choose subjects slash A levels to choose for your course, what do you think the best A level slash subjects would be for your course to put you ahead?
I did do A levels.
Oh,
I came here earlier. Yeah, I came here like just for my sixth form. So
so
the A
what did
levels,
you? Yeah, sorry.
yeah. Sorry. The A levels I did were biology, psychology, music, and German. And I did AS history. So I would think that biology and psychology are really, really important because now during my degree, so many times my background in A level psychology and A level biology has really helped me. I have still been using like my old books, especially in biology, and I've noticed that people that haven't got that background really struggle. Other than that, I'd probably recommend doing an essay based subject as well, because psychology, you have to submit so many essays, and if you don't really know how to write essays, then that's going to be difficult. So maybe like history, yeah, or English.
Okay, so if we go more into the Royal Holloway University, what are the best and worst things about going to the university? We'll start with the worst.
Right.
So obviously
Okay.
you finished, so it's been a whole 3 years. Looking
Yeah.
back, what has been some of the worst things that have come to surface about going to university?
I think like the worst thing is the area that we live in. So we're relatively cut off from most of like society because the university is called Royal Holloway University of London. So that can be a bit misleading because we're actually in Egham, which is a really small town, and there's not much going on here. So I guess that could be a negative if you're looking for like a party city. Um, so sometimes it gets really quiet here, and it can be a bit frustrating when you just want like a bit more life, I
Hmm.
guess.
Is there anything else bad about going to university other than the area
Um,
that you've experienced yourself?
yeah, I'm trying to think. I quite like the university.
Okay,
Like, there's not much bad I can really
so
say about
let's
it.
talk about the good then.
Yeah, so what I really like about the university is the students' union, because it's it was ranked like a few years ago like one of the best students' unions in the UK, and the job prospects that it gives you, like you can apply for so many different jobs. You can be like a bartender, you can work as security steward, you can get involved with like tech, and I think it just really helps you with your CV. So because it's so dead around here, I think the students union really tries to like balance that out by putting on stuff, and I think that that's a really good thing about this university.
Okay, so if we go more into the accommodation,
Yeah.
if we go back history, where did you live in your first year?
I lived on campus in Butler Halls. That's what they're called.
And what did you think of living there? The
They
ups
were
and
really good.
downs. Really
Yeah, like yeah, I've seen other halls on campus, like I don't remember. Oh, Runnymede, for example. And I think Butler was definitely one of the best halls in my opinion. The accommodation in Founder, so that's the main building, is also really, really nice. The only reason I didn't want to live there is because you would have to share a bathroom with other people.
Hmm.
And Butler, it's like an ensuite, and you only have to share a kitchen. But I thought the accommodation was really good. Yeah.
And in our second year?
I lived in a student house in just like near the town center with like I think 5 other people.
And how was that living in a house of 6 people?
I mean, it's not very easy because a lot of people have like different demands and different standards of how clean they want the house to be, how loud they want you to be. So it's definitely like a struggle a little bit, but I got on with everyone really well. It was just every now and then that people had like particular things that would annoy them that would come up. But yeah, I think it just helps you like learn more about yourself.
And in our final year?
So I'm now living in a house with 3 other girls, and that's pretty nice. It's really close to campus as well, and it's nice to go from like a 6 person's house to like a 4 people house. Yeah.
Okay, so if we go more into the area, as you previously said, it's not very lively. It's more of just cut
Yeah.
off from everything. So could you tell us what there is to do in the area, or do you kind of go somewhere else to do things?
Yeah. So again, you the students union puts on events, so they have like club nights, so 3 times a week you can go out. There is Windsor, which is really nearby. There's like a Windsor castle, and that's really nice. There is a really big lake nearby. It's called Virginia Water, and you can just go there if you like need to relax. But if you're looking for like more active stuff, then you can go to London. It's only about like 40 minutes on the train. A lot of people do that on the weekends. And if you get a rail card, it's relatively not cheap, but like it's affordable. Or you can take the train to Reading.
And what are the jobs like at the in the area or at university?
So most people are either working for the students union or for the university itself. So either you are for the students union, they have like a pub and they have like a restaurant kind of thing or like cafe. So you can work like as bartender during the day, but you can also serve drinks at night during a club night. You can work as a security steward during the club night. You can work as tech during the club night. If you want to work for the university itself, you can work as a student ambassador. You can also, they have other like cafes, they have like a Starbucks in the library, so you can work there as like a barista kind of person. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities.
And if we go into the student union, have you joined any societies?
Yeah, so in my first year I joined an Actis. It's like an entrepreneurial society. And I was part of a project. It was called Second Chance, and we were trying to help reintegrate ex like prisoners that were in prison for non-violent crimes back into society. So that was really fun because I got to know so many new people. But that was the only society I ever joined.
That's all right. So, can you tell us about freshers?
So do you mean like Freshers Week?
Freshers Week. So, could you tell us what your Freshers Week was like and any advice you would give for anyone going to freshers?
Yeah, so my Freshers Week was pretty wild because they put on events every single night of Freshers Week. And obviously, when you're new, you try and attend every single event. So, what you can do is buy like a wristband. They have like bronze, silver, or gold wristbands. I didn't do that. I don't know if there's really a point in doing that. I guess it only makes sense if you want to go to Freshers Ball. But I just mainly went out every night. It was like really a lot. I didn't really do much of the activities during the day except a freshers fair where you could go and meet like societies and like sports clubs and talk to them and find out about them. And I would like definitely recommend doing that because you'll you'll see that there's a lot of stuff that you didn't even know exists that you can join.
Okay, and so can we go into so you obviously said you came from Germany.
Yeah.
So what was the transition from Germany to the UK like for you?
Um it wasn't very easy because I was 15. So I went from my German school to boarding school in the UK. Um, and there was a lot of like differences. Like mainly I just didn't get the jokes. It took me like 6 months to
Could, could,
understand
could you give us
like
a
British.
joke?
Sorry?
Give us one of the jokes you didn't understand that you understand now?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember sitting in my history class and we had this history teacher who like made jokes all the time and everyone would be laughing and I would just be sat there and just think like how is this funny? So so I think that was like something. But other than that, I'm trying to think of like
Were there any other
big dip.
culture shocks kind of just coming to the UK
Um
compared to Germany?
I mean, I could say that when I was in school in Germany, most people at my school and where I lived were mainly white. And when I went to the boarding school, there were a lot of people from like all over the world. And I was kind of scared because I didn't know anything. And I was like, oh my God, this is like so awkward. But I don't know. I feel like I've learned so much more about like other people and other cultures. So I really like that.
So
Yeah.
more of just like coming to the UK is just more diverse in a way.
Yeah, or maybe just like where I went was more diverse rather than where I was from in Germany. Yeah.
Okay. So you decided to study in the UK from Germany, and obviously you done A levels to university. So
Yeah.
why did you choose university over an apprenticeship slash going right into work?
Um, I think that was just mainly because of like the high expectations of my school and I guess probably also my parents. I don't think my parents both have like a degree and in my school as well, most people it was like I don't know, it was like it goes without saying that you go to uni. I didn't really think much about it. I just thought that the most logical thing after school was to go to uni.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right. So can you tell us more about Yara the Plant Bay? Why you started, what your plans are, and what we can expect when we go to your YouTube?
So the reason I started my channel was because I started it like quite a few months ago and I started it because I felt like I had so much to say about veganism and I felt like it was so hard for me to hold it all in and I just wanted to share it with other people and like animate other people to maybe try like veganism out. And from that I made a few videos about like specifically just about veganism and from that I just realized that I myself, I'm still trying to figure out like how to incorporate like vegan, I don't know, beauty products or like hygiene products in my life. And I realized that a lot of people are struggling with that. So I started testing out products, and then I realized that there is a demand for like people with curly hair and how they look after their curly hair. So I did a video on that. And then I also just realized that some of the stuff that I experienced in my boarding school was quite funny, and some of the rules that we had to follow. So I don't know, I just thought I'd share some bits and bobs about my life there. And then I ended up also doing some stuff on Royal Holloway.
Okay.
So I don't really know where I'm going to go with this in the future, to be honest. I'm just kind of doing every week whatever I like and whatever like suits me, but I definitely want to keep up like the vegan narrative and like helping people incorporate veganism more into their life. Yeah.
Okay. So obviously we had to have a video call because there's no way we can meet in person.
Yeah.
So how are you holding up during COVID-19?
I'm finding it a bit like boring just sitting inside all the time and not being able to do anything because I had a part-time job, and so I'm not able to go and like work. But in terms of my uni work, to be honest, I think it sounds a bit bad, but like everything that's happening and how the university responded really like saved me, because they switched from like in-person exams to online exams. And I think that really helped me. I don't think I would perform as well in like in an
Classroom
environment,
area,
yeah, in a classroom area, as I would being at home and like
comfortable.
exactly comfortable and writing my exam from home. So I think that really helped.
Okay. And how has COVID-19 affected your course?
Um, I think, well, what they did was, it was only, I think, about like 2 or 3 weeks left. So what they did is they put any lectures that we had left online. So we just watched all the lectures online and had like all our quizzes and assessments online. And they made sure that they just kept up with us and messaged us and emailed us and made sure that we had all the information. So I don't think it affected my course massively, because it was only like the last few weeks of the second term, and then third term we were at home anyways. The only annoying thing was that the library was closed, or it still is closed, and I would have liked to go to the library to do some revision. But yeah, that's about it. So I just want to say my channel is super fun. So if you're interested, definitely come over. I talk about like so many different things, and I'm always open to like talking about new things and different, like just new and different things that I haven't spoken about yet. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
That's all right. So what is your YouTube channel called? Where can we exactly?
Oh, yeah. My YouTube channel is called YaraThePlantBae, and my Instagram is called Yara.af. That's
Okay.
about it. So
So
definitely
that's
check
fine.
me out. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm plugged in.